How's it going, guys? This is Punk Rock Jared. Wow, I sounded serious when I said that, didn't I? Anyways, so basically, I just want to say this to you guys. I don't claim to be an expert with my martial arts, but I do have extensive knowledge, and I want to share my opinions with you guys. Now, you don't have to have the same opinions as me. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm not forcing any knowledge on your brain. So, guys, please try not to be too close-minded with this. I know talking about Tai Chi especially, I'm gonna have some haters, but just know that I'm a very open person, and I incorporate different stuff from all styles, and that includes Western boxing. I mean, I'm an American, so naturally, I do have some experience with that. But so without further ado, let's get started. Now, I've studied a lot of styles of martial arts in my life. Anything ranging from Western styles, like boxing, to Eastern styles like fucking kung fu. I go all into shit. So I mean, other stuff too, South American, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, even stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of ground wrestling, but it still fascinates me. But one thing though, one style really stands out to me, and that's Tai Chi Chuan. Tai Chi is probably the most underestimated fighting styles of all time. I used to be confused about some of the movements, but now that I've gotten older and my body's changed, I see now that it's not so much that their movements are, invalid, that wouldn't work on the street. It's just simply that I've gained weight and I'm not as small and agile as, an Asian man. So for them to do stuff like windmills, I'm sure they could do it well in a fight, but I simply can't because I'm a large man and I'm not quite as fast. But with that said, I can still move around fairly well and do Tai Chi techniques for the most part. But I want to talk to you about circular motion and Tai Chi. Using your shoulders, because that is a huge thing people don't understand in fighting. With stuff like Western boxing, there's so much speed, and that's so amazing. I mean, it impresses me a lot just how fast they are, but they don't use their shoulders. They're very tense when they fight. It's very simplistic. I mean, they do use their hips, which is good, but when you don't use your shoulders, you're taking out so much power. There's a style some of you may be familiar with called Systema. It's a Russian fighting style. Basically, what they teach, and this originated from Tai Chi Chuan, but it's using your punch like a whip. Basically, your shoulder goes in, and then your arm follows. I think the reason they call it a whip, though, is because you can wind up a little bit, and it's like you're using crack in a whip, and you want to be very relaxed. You don't want to use tension, because when you're relaxed, you're much more fluid. You can go faster. When you're tense and stiff, you may think there's more power, but actually there isn't. With kinetic energy and stuff like that, when you're relaxed, when you punch something and relax, all of that energy goes into the opponent. But when you're stiff, that kinetic energy goes back into your arm. So you want to be relaxed and just crack it like a whip. Now, some of you are going to debate with me that Systema created that, but look, you can believe that if you want, but I can assure you this was actually taught in Tai Chi thousands of years ago. Styles get forgotten, and for all I know, Systema, the Russians, they could have thought of that on their own. I'm not saying they copied them, so guys, don't think I'm saying they ripped them off, but I'm simply telling you the whip punch was originated with Tai Chi Chuan, as well as using the shoulders, circular motion, things like that, being relaxed. Tai Chi Chuan is all about internal energy, so you have to understand, you have to be very relaxed when you do it, so the energy in your body can flow. That's what's so beautiful about it. I'm gonna try to give you guys some examples just sitting down. I know some of you are going to say, why are you sitting down and doing this? Well, to be quite honest, I don't need to stand up. It's very simple, and it's not as complicated as you would think. So with Tai Chi, The movements, you're going in all directions. You can use the entire grid, which allows different movement. So remember that whip. You're doing that even, with side attacks, like with the, if I can think straight, chopping the neck. Watch how I chop the neck. It's like a whip. See how I'm using my elbows into it? I could just do standard karate, hi, but when I really use my elbows and turn it into like a whip, I get so much more power. Trust me on that, guys. I just want to tell you guys right now, though, I think karate is great. I think taekwondo is even better. But you have to understand, to me, that kind of stuff, those Japanese and Korean styles, it's more or less like MMA, where it's just big brute, strength punches without the internal aspects. And I think when you take out the internal aspects of fighting, it's really no longer fighting. I mean, it is fighting, but it's not. So if that makes sense, which it may not make sense to a lot of you guys, but my advice to all you guys is study internal energy, chi. There's going to be the wise guy that's going to tell me that chi doesn't exist, and that's fine. You can believe that, but your body has to run off of some kind of energy, and that's exactly what it runs off of, is chi. Chi runs everything in the universe. You may think that I'm some, what a woo-woo, as they call it, or whatever, but it's the truth. I mean, how else does this world go in motion? I mean, it needs some kind of energy, and that's exactly what chi is. And I could even go further to say that chi is something divine, but maybe I should save that for another video, because I know I'm gonna already get enough hate from this. But guys, I hope this helps. Circular motion, cracking your arm like a whip. Just be very careful though when you do that, because you're giving yourself so much power that you could easily break your hand if you don't keep it parallel with your arm. So always keep it angled with your arm, otherwise you will break your hand. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is Punk Rock Jared. Namaste. Good luck to all of you out there with your martial arts. And guys, remember, it takes a bigger man to walk away from a fight. Peace.